97% of men are completely in the dark when it comes to understanding what truly attracts a woman. They spend their lives trying to please, bending over backwards, and yet they keep failing. Why? Because they don't know these 5 powerful psychological truths I'm about to reveal to you today. Hard-hitting realities that almost no one ever tells you. Truths that can completely transform your dating and relationship life. Once you understand them, you'll know exactly how to touch a woman on a deep level, how to intrigue her, how to seduce her with class and real strength. But listen up, brother. If you ignore these, you'll keep getting the cold looks, the "I don't know what I want," the painful silences, the connections that fade for no apparent reason. And worst of all, those killer lines like, "You're a nice guy, but..." Today that ends. Watch this video all the way through because I'm giving you the keys to read a woman's heart and mind like a true psychology expert. Brother, if you want to take back control of your love life, if you want to stop being the guy who just takes it, stay until the end and smash that like button right now. In this video on relationship psychology, we're waking men up to the real dynamics of attraction. Like, comment, share, and together we're building something powerful. Let's go. She tests your core as a man. Brother, there's one truth most guys refuse to see, and it dooms them to constant failure in relationships. Women test all the time, but make no mistake. This isn't out of cruelty, caprice, or to toy with you like a chess piece. No, they test for survival. Deep down, they are searching for genuine masculine strength. They need to know the man in front of them is solid, reliable, unshakable. So ask yourself, are you that man, or do you fold, apologize, change who you are at the slightest pushback? That's where everything is decided. Picture this. At first, everything flows. She smiles, laughs at your jokes, looks at you with sparkling eyes. Then suddenly come the little jabs. Why do you never reply fast to my texts? Honestly, you're not that special. You really think you're on my level? Boom. The test begins. She's watching your reaction closely. Panic, justify yourself, or shrink to please her. She instantly files you under weak men. But stay calm. Lock eyes with a relaxed smile. Don't even feel the need to answer those provocations. Brother, you win everything. Because without saying a word, she realizes you don't need her approval to exist. Why do women test? It's straightforward. Women are deeply emotional beings. They live in a constant flow of feelings, intuitions, sensations. But the world is unstable and unpredictable, so they need to feel a steel backbone in their man. They test to check. Can I lean on you? Do you have vision, direction, a clear path in life? Or do you drift like a leaf in the wind? Every test is a challenge, an opportunity to prove your inner strength. And most men fail because they don't even recognize they're being tested. Common tests, criticism disguised as jokes. You always dress like that? You really think you're that smart? It's not a direct attack, it's a humor test to see if you get defensive or keep your cool charisma. Subtle jealousy plays. She mentions another guy, an ex, some really interesting dude from the gym, to see if you lose your composure. A strong man shrugs and smiles. A weak one spirals into possessiveness, control, insecurity. Temporary refusals. She says no to a plan, just to check if you'll beg like a needy guy or stay detached and firm. Example, sorry, can't tonight. The weak one goes, oh, please come anyway. The psychologically grounded man says simply, no problem, catch you another time. You have my number, hit me when you're free. Instant impact. How to pass these tests like a pro. Never chase approval. A man rooted in psychology doesn't seek validation. He knows who he is, what he wants, and he moves forward. Tests are like wind blowing against a mountain. The mountain doesn't move. When she tests, remember, you have nothing to prove. Embrace silence. A man who over-explains is filling his own inner void. Silence is a powerful tool. When she pokes, stay quiet, smile, hold eye contact. Let her stir, she'll come back curious. Keep a clear vision. Tests are passing storms. If you have a mission, a purpose, a direction, you stay rock solid. She can yell, complain, criticize. You keep advancing. That's what makes you magnetic. The core psychological truth. A woman doesn't test to destroy you. She tests to find the strength in you that makes her feel safe. Tests aren't traps. They're growth opportunities. Never complain about them. Thank them. Pressure is what purifies gold. Challenges are what forge rare men. Brother, drop in the comments. Have you faced these tests before? How did you handle them? I read every comment and reply personally. Stay tuned. The next truth will show you what 97% of men completely miss about female desire. She wants a man who never doubts himself. Brother, burn this into your mind. Women don't fall for what you say. They fall for who you are at your deepest level. And what pulls her in like a magnet, what makes her vibrate, what makes her fantasize about you even when you're not around, is your rock-solid self-confidence. Not fake swagger or pretending to impress. Real, rooted confidence that radiates from your entire being. the kind that belongs to a man who knows exactly who he is, what he wants, and never wavers. Why is masculine confidence so irresistible? Because doubt is poison to attraction. Imagine you're at dinner with her. Everything seems smooth, but inside you're thinking, does she like me? Did I pick the right place? Will she want a second date? Stop. The moment you doubt, she feels it. In your body language, your tone, your energy. Attraction collapses. A woman wants a man who leads her, not one who begs for her okay. She wants to melt into your certainty. She wants to feel in your gaze that no matter what she says or does, no matter the outside world, you stay sure of yourself. That's the quiet strength that makes her want to surrender in your arms. That's what earns her respect, her desire, her repeated choice. Signs you're doubting too much. You keep seeking validation. Does this look good? Want to do something else? You okay? Comfortable? She doesn't need a guy interrogating her constantly. She needs a man who says, we're going here, doing this, I want that. Your leadership energy makes her feel feminine. You apologize too often. Sorry, didn't mean to upset you. Sorry if that came out wrong. Stop. Apologies matter when you've truly messed up. But saying sorry just to be liked, that's giving away power. A confident man doesn't apologize for existing. You flip your opinions to please her. You say you love rock music. She says, I don't really like it. And suddenly, yeah, it's not that great anyway. No, brother. Stay firm on your tastes, views, values. That's magnetic. How to become that unshakable man. Own your decisions. When you say, I choose this spot, stand by it. Every choice is a muscle. The more you decide without hesitation, the stronger you get. Remember, you are the prize. You're a high-value man. She's lucky to be with you. If she walks, the world doesn't end. A psychologically strong man knows he can't control everything, but he controls his calm, his confidence, his alignment. Build your purpose. A confident man has a mission bigger than relationships. If your only goal is to win women over, you'll always lose. If you're building, growing, creating something real, women come naturally. Confidence flows from that. I'm on my path. Nothing pulls me off. The key psychological truth: doubt kills masculine energy. A man doesn't ask, am I good enough for her? He asks, is she good enough to join my journey? Internalize that deep, and you'll become irresistible. Confidence isn't an act, it's who you are. Brother, tell me in the comments, have you ever felt that urge to seek validation? Have you worked on your confidence? I reply to every comment. Stay here. The next truth explains why so many guys get ghosted after a perfect first date. She tests your mental strength by provoking you. Brother, this is the heart of the game. If you miss this, you'll always be at women's mercy. Manipulated, rejected without knowing why, ghosted after dates that felt amazing. Listen closely. Women test constantly. It's instinctive, unconscious, hardwired. Why? Because they want a strong man who can handle life's pressure, protect, lead, stay calm when chaos hits. How do they know? By pushing you to see if you crack, lose control, or bend to her whims. Without saying it, she's asking, show me you can hold me. Show me you stay steady even when I try to shake you. The three most common tests. Emotional provocation. She pokes. You're too full of yourself, huh? You don't talk much. You're weird. My ex did that way better. Get angry. Defend. Explain. She wins. She sees mental weakness. The grounded man smiles lightly, looks calm, says, maybe, or nothing at all. He knows words are just noise. A king doesn't argue with shouting villagers. Mini-dramas. She creates issues out of nothing. Why didn't you reply right away? I saw you liked another girl's pic. I don't think we're right for each other. Average guys beg, apologize, justify. The strong one says simply, do what you feel, or that's how you feel. Okay. No panic, no convincing. Emotions flow like water off rock. Reverse seduction. She flirts hard, then goes cold. Test. Will you chase like a desperate puppy or hold your power? Chase her and you lose. Stay on course. Accept silence. Don't get rattled. You win big. You prove you're not fooled by surface games. Why the tests? Deep down, she knows life is tough. She knows the world will shake her. She needs a man who can guide her through storms, not one who crumbles at the first wave. She wants a rock, a man who can say, I see you're emotional right now, but I'm here. I stay steady. I stay solid. When she tests, it's not to hurt you. It's to confirm she can be vulnerable without fearing your reactions. You're the rock. She's the flowing water. That's what she craves unconsciously. How to respond. Stay calm. When provoked, give a light smile. Breathe. Don't reply instantly. Silence is power. Never justify. You don't need to explain, convince, plead. A strong man owns it. If she's unhappy, that's on her. You stay aligned. Keep replies short. That's your view. Okay. You can feel that way. Focus on your life. She's not your center. You have purpose. If she wants to leave, let her. You're a king, not a beggar. The core psychological truth: a man who loses composure during her tests has already lost his throne. Stay upright, stay solid. Greatness reveals itself in trials. Tests aren't punishment. They're mirrors showing you who you are. Every test is a chance to prove strength. Don't get mad. Don't react like a kid. Smile, breathe, stay king. Brother, hit the comments. Have you experienced these provocations? How did you react? I read and reply to all. Stay locked in. The next truth reveals why women chase mysterious men. Mystery draws femininity in. The less you give, the more she wants. Brother, hear this. Mystery is magnetic. It's a universal law. What's too easy, too obvious, too available creates zero fascination. But what's hidden, rare, revealed slowly becomes an obsession. Women are wired to want to unravel a man, to guess his thoughts, uncover his secrets, feel what he truly feels. The more you spill everything, talk non-stop, expose every weakness, the faster you fade in her eyes. Why do women love mysterious men? Mystery creates uncertainty, and uncertainty fuels emotional excitement. A man who's an open book, predictable, spilling it all, becomes boring. No stakes, no tension. But a man who gives crumbs, leaves shadows, keeps his real thoughts private, he lights a fire. She wants to decode him, own him. Since she never fully does, she stays hooked. How to live this mystery daily? Talk less, observe more. Cut your words in half around her. Ask questions, listen, but don't unload your whole life story. Let her wonder. She asks, "What do you do?" Say, "I've got projects going." Period. She'll dig deeper. That's the goal. Skip justifications. You owe no proof. She asks, why no reply? Why not free Saturday? Why this vibe? Look her in the eye and say, "Because I felt like it." No explanation. That's the mark of a free sovereign man. Stay unpredictable. Don't be always available. Always yes, 100% readable. If she knows your every move, your aura dies. Disappear sometimes. Take time for yourself. Don't instant reply. Make her feel your life is bigger than her, your attention earned. Hide emotions strategically. Don't show every feeling, especially when tested. Stay composed. She pulls away, stay zen. She returns. No over-the-top joy. Emotional consistency builds intrigue and desire. Watch the trap. Don't turn cold or indifferent. Mystery isn't arrogance or disinterest. It's presence without handing over every key. Attentive but never owned. Open but never fully predictable. It's a subtle dance of closeness and space, strength and softness. That's the charm of psychological mastery. The key truth: rarity increases value. Mystery captures attention. A man who overexposes becomes ordinary and loses power. Stay discreet, enigmatic. You become a magnet for feminine energy. A king doesn't overshare. He acts. He lives. He inspires. Women fall for the man they can never completely figure out. Be the one they want to discover, but never fully. Brother, comment below. Have you ever been too available with a woman? Did you see how it killed her attraction? I reply to everyone. The final truth is coming. It's massive. We're diving into masculine vulnerability and why women see it as strength or weakness. Controlled vulnerability, the ultimate masculine weapon. Brother, pay close attention. Most men think showing vulnerability means showing weakness. They believe opening up about doubts, wounds, pain makes them lesser. That's a lie that destroys you. True power is knowing when and how to reveal vulnerability. Not as a whining victim, but as a man who says, yes, I've suffered. Yes, I've been through hell. But look at me. I'm still standing. That's pure gold. Why does controlled vulnerability attract women? Because they want to touch your heart. They want to feel you're alive, not a cold robot. But they don't want a guy wallowing in failure. They want a man who says, I've hurt, but I've grown. I've lost, but I've learned. I've been broken, but I rebuilt. That's what touches her soul. That's what builds respect. That's what ignites admiration in her eyes. How to show vulnerability without losing power. Be honest about your struggles, but always highlight resilience. Share what you've been through, but focus on the lesson. I've had really tough times, but I never let them break me. I've doubted, but I chose to keep going. That's psychological strength in action. Don't pity yourself. If you talk wounds, do it like a warrior, not a victim. Look her in the eye. Yes, I've suffered, but that pain shaped who I am today. You earn her respect. She thinks, this man is rare. He's deep. I want to understand him. Choose when and with whom you open up. Vulnerability is treasure. It must be earned. Share wisely. Otherwise, you become the guy who empties himself, and that's repulsive. Blend strength and softness. When sharing flaws, do it calm, grounded, powerful. No drama. Say it simply. Stay anchored, authentic, sovereign. The big psychological truth: a man who denies his pain runs from himself. But a man who faces his pain and says, "I'm not afraid of you," becomes unstoppable. Women admire men who've known pain but didn't drown in it. They're drawn to those who say, "I've been through storms and came out stronger." They respect men who dare, "I don't have all the answers, but I keep moving." That's psychological depth. That's you. Brother, comment, have you ever been afraid to show vulnerability? Has it held you back in relationships? Share your story. I read everything and reply to each one. We're a community here. Brother, if this video hit hard, if you saw yourself in these truths, like right now, that like is rebellion. It's a signal to the world you refuse to stay lost in illusions. Goal: 1,000 likes to light up thousands of men. 1,000 likes to build a movement of psychologically awake guys. 1,000 likes to say, enough lies. I want to understand. I want to grow. I want to become unbreakable. Like, comment, share, and tell me, are you ready to become that man? I reply to every comment. Together, we're unstoppable. Your move, strong.